YouTuber Singh here. So today I'm going to be showing you how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube with one of the easy methods that I know. Now this easy method is more of like a memorizing easy method. So there's more algorithms to remember, but there's less stuff to understand. So you just need to know the cases, then you just apply the algorithm. But it's really simple. So the only tough part about this is remembering, but there are simple algorithms to remember. So first step, just scramble your cube. I have two cubes here because one cube is going to be showing you the step that's the step that you're supposed to achieve. Like for example, right now the first step is to get the white cross right here with the correct edge pieces placed in, so green and white in between green and white, orange and white in between orange and white, blue and white in between blue and white, red and white in between red and white. So yeah, that's what this cube is for. But I'm gonna be skipping the cross because I already uploaded a video on how to do the cross, and it's in my playlist on how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, so make sure to check that out. Now, after you solve the cross, the next step would be to get the whole white face. Now, there's a couple of different ways to do this, and I'm gonna be showing you all of them. So one of them is you just find the correct piece. So this is in between blue and orange, blue and orange centers. So you need to find the blue and orange and white corner piece because that's what we're trying to solve. So it's right here. And what you could do is R, U, R prime, U prime, and you keep on doing that till the piece is correctly oriented in its correct spot. So R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, right there. Now there's another way that you could do it. Now, when this happens, when there's already a piece in here, you just need to take it out. So you could just do RU, R prime, U prime, and then it's out. And same thing here. RU, R prime, U prime, RU, R prime, U prime, RU, R prime, U prime, and it's in. Right here, green and orange. Now, here's a trick. Instead of doing it RU, R prime, U prime, because that can take a little bit longer. If you see that white is not on the top, right here, the white is on the top, but if you see that the white's not on the top, then you could just match up the one color that is. So in this case, it's orange. So you just match up the orange to the orange center, and then you just go like this. You put the white down right here so that it matches up with the white face. Push it over. You don't want to push it over this way because this is the side that we're moving right now. You want to push it to the opposite side that's not being moved, right? So then after you push it over, you bring this back, the original side that you are moving, and you also bring this back, and then that corner piece will be inserted. And one second. Now, this is just the opposite way. Before the white was on the left side, but now it's on the right side. So, same thing. You just match up the one color that does match, in this case it'd be red, so you match it up with the red side, and then right here, since this side is moving, so you want to match up the white to the white. So you go like this. Now, since this side is moving, you want to push it over to the opposite side of this because this side won't move. If you push it over here and bring this back, your cross will be messed up. So in that case, you want to go like this. So you match up the whites and push it over to the opposite side that's not moving. Bring this back and bring this back. And then you'll have your corners. Now the next step is to get your edge pieces right here so that your first two layers are solved. Now there's a couple of different ways to do that. First way, this is the algorithm way that I said, which would be easier to remember. I mean, not easy to remember, it would be easier to understand, but you'll just need to memorize more algorithms. So I'll show both ways. This way is the algorithm way. So when you have an edge piece in the top right here, in the top row, you find out, see right now I'm trying to insert red and green, so you find out, you find the red and green edge piece. Now, once you find it over here in the top row, then you need to line up the bottom color. Now what I mean by bottom color, so there's the top color, which is right next to the yellow, and then there's a bottom color which isn't. That's what I call the bottom color. So in this case, red would be the bottom color. So you match up red, and now since it has to go here, like this, right? You need to put it on like this. You need to hold this side on your right side. So then, since it has to go back here, you go R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. And then it's inserted. Now, over here, if we're trying to solve for green and orange, then the bottom color, again, this time it's orange, so then you match up with orange. And you always want to keep this side on the right side that you're moving. So since it has to go down here like this, so that this matches up, you go R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R. And then it'll be inserted. And now same thing right here. You just hold it on the right side, and it has to go back here. So you do R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. And then that's it. Now, when there's like a piece, an edge piece right here, already in between two centers, but it's not in the correct spot, you could just insert like a random piece. Like in this case, I'm gonna do yellow because it's like a random one. We don't need that right now. So then you could just do R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R. And then now the yellow piece will be in there, and then whatever piece that was, I think it was orange and green, now that's out. Now the second method is, it's less algorithms, but it's like a little bit harder to understand. So, in order to insert an edge piece, like one of these, into its correct spot, so like blue and red would be right here, you need to find the bottom color, so in this case it's blue, and you put it to red. It's opposite color. What I mean by opposite is the color on top. So this time you're matching up the color on top. So now since red's on the top, you have to match it up with red. From here, you do a U2, and now you take this side, the front face, do a F, U prime, F prime. See, now these two are matched up. That's just to match up the pairs, and then you insert it like this, right here. So L, F prime, L prime, F, and then they're inserted. Now for green and orange, green's the top color, so you match it up with green, but this time it's green's on the left side of green and orange. So you hold this on top, in the front, and you do U2. Now F prime, U, F, so that now they're matched up. And then you could do R prime, F, R, F prime, and then they're in. Now there's different ways to insert it like that after you match it up. I'm pretty sure this one's called the sledgehammer, where you go like this. Like that. But there's also another way where you put it on the opposite side. So now you match up the top color again, and you put it up, slide it in, and bring it back down. Now you just need to finish it up like that. So I'm just going to do it right here, blue and blue, U2, F, U prime, F prime, and now in this case I'm going to show you the other way to do it, U prime, L, U, L prime. And now you could just finish it up the same way, green, green, U2, F, U prime, F prime, so they're matched up. Now this way I'll show the first way, sledgehammer. This way is L, F prime, L prime, F. And then that's how you do the second layer. And the next step is to get the top cross like that. This is a simple algorithm. All you do is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Now you'll get different cases. This case is actually a backwards L, just disregard the corners. So this case would actually be called a backwards L. And when you get this case, you want it to be facing in the top left corner. So you do it again. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Now this is a bar, or like a line. So you need to make it horizontal. You can't have it vertical like this. You need to make it horizontal and then do the algorithm again. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And then you'll have it. Disregard the corners. You'll have the top cross. Now the next step is to get the whole top face. You do that. There's different cases here. Now we need the corners. So there's different cases that you could get. When you get it like this is called the fish because it looks like a fish. Those are like the two tail fins. This is the head, and you need to make it swimming to the bottom left corner, and then you do this simple algorithm: R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. And then you'll have that. But there's also different cases that you could get. So yeah, this is fish one. When you get this cross right here, like right after you finish doing your cross, there's like shortcuts to this one. When you see that there's like headlights pair, that's when there's two colors of the same thing, two of the same colors facing towards you, and like a different color in the middle. That's called headlights. So when you get a headlights pair, and then the other two corners are facing outwards, the other two yellow pieces, you take these two yellow pieces, so make the headlights facing to your left. Then you do the algorithm: R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. Then you get the fish, and you just finish it off like this. Make it swim downwards. U R U 2 R prime, right? If you get the double-headed fish, then same way. You just make it swim. You just make either head. You just make it like this, and you could. And each of these yellow pieces will be facing, like, one's facing this way, one's facing that way. So you take the one that's facing this way. So you take the one that's on the right side, like this. When it's on the right side, you want the yellow piece to be right here, but you could also just rotate it and it'll be right there. So then you do the algorithm: R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. Now you'll get this case. What you have to do here is you hold this single piece right here this way, and you do the algorithm: R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. Then you'll get this one, which is the headlights pair, and then these two ones going opposite, and you take the headlights and point them to the left: R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. And then you'll get the fish, and from here, R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. Then you'll have the top. The last case that you could get is when the headlights are facing opposite from each other. So they're like this. One's pointing this way, one's pointing that way. So it doesn't matter which side you take, you just take one, do the algorithm: R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. Get the double-headed fish. Make sure that the yellow sticker is facing you, right here. R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. You get this. Now make sure that the single piece is facing to the left. R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. You get this part, and then you make these headlights facing to the left, and then it's the opposite ones right here. R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime. Get the fish: R U R prime, U R U 2 R prime, and you finish up. The next step is to get either headlights all around, or just headlights in three spots with the solved side on one. Now, there's two algorithms to do that. There's also a couple of different cases that you could get. One case, after you finish the top layer, is you'll already have this, or you already have one with the solved side. But if you don't worry, there's like algorithms that you could use. If you have one pair of headlights, like this, you put it to the left for this algorithm. Oh, and everything else has to be unsolved. So you put it to the left. R U 2 R prime, U prime, R U 2 L prime, U R prime, U prime, F prime. And then you'll get headlights all across, or just headlights on three sides and a solved side on one. The second algorithm you could use is with one pair of headlights and it's messed up all around. You put it in the back, just like this. You do this algorithm: R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. I prefer the first algorithm, but it doesn't matter which one you use. Now, this is what I got. I got a solved side on one, and then the rest three had headlights. If you didn't get headlights in any side, it doesn't matter. You just do one of those algorithms on any random side. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U2, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And now you could also get a solved side, or you could just get one pair of headlights. You just use it the same way. It doesn't matter. Now, I showed one algorithm just now, and it doesn't. You use both of them, or you could use both, but it doesn't matter. I prefer this one that I just showed, but I'm also going to show the other one. So you put it in the back, R prime, F R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And then, yeah. Now here's the last step of the cube. It's solved. After you get your headlights all around, or in just 3 sides and a solved side in one, you do this algorithm. If you have a solved side, then you put it in the back, and then you do the algorithm. If you don't, then it doesn't matter. You could do it anywhere. R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, U prime, R2. Now, if you didn't have a solved side, then it'll bring you to a case where you have a solved side, so you just do the same thing, the same algorithm. You put the solved side in the back, though. R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, U prime, R2. And your cube is solved. This was my tutorial on how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube using one of the easy methods, which involves more memorizing but less understanding.